Yeah, this is Tim Moore with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you as promised. I'm going to go over a few things here. Just to start off, let's go ahead and start out on a Google search page here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm looking up roofing in Rockford, Illinois. Now, I believe you guys are right over here in Belvidere, so I'll take a look at that here in just a second too. Now, what I've typed in here is what we consider to be a buyer intent keyword. And a keyword in this instance is going to be a service attached to a location. And just to keep it relevant, obviously we're going to do roofing here in Rockford, Illinois. Now, there's going to be a few different ways that people are going to search for this specific type of service in Rockford. We just want to be able to make sure that we can get on the first page of Google for as many of those different keywords as possible. Main reason there is because about 75 to 80% of people are going to be sticking on this first page when choosing a company. So that's the major reason, of course. Now we can see this first way that a few companies are being able to rank up here, and that's through these Google guaranteed ads. Ads are actually a pretty decent way about getting on this first page, of course, but the only downside is about 80% of people are going to instantly disregard these ads that they see. Now, these Google guarantees are going to be the best conversion rate overall. So if you were going to ever want to decide to run them, these would be the option that I would go with. Now, there's going to be two ways to rank organically. Now, you can rank using your Google business profile, which you guys do have, or you can rank it with your website. Now, you're in this kind of peculiar situation where you're in an outlying area of Rockford, so you're not necessarily going to be able to rank to the top in the Rockford section for roofing. Now, for roofing in Belvidere, this is an area that you obviously would be able to rank, especially in this top three. So I took a quick look. This first one's actually going to be an ad there. So 1, 2, 3 looks like your fifth position in Belvidere. Okay. So a few things right off the bat. You guys have a good rating overall, a decent amount of reviews. Always make sure you're getting as many reviews as you possibly can from all your customers. Also here, you can see you can put in photos for your Google Business Profile. Make sure you're doing this as often as possible. I would try and upload, a good, I don't know, anywhere from 20 to 50 photos a week. If you guys are going out doing inspections or from your works, see your crew working and things of that nature, that's really going to help boost you. Also, I'm not seeing it. Here it is. Here's your section about you. Make sure this is completely filled out. So there's 750 characters that you can fill out within here. Make sure you fill that out 100%. And then with your reviews too, you always want to make sure you're responding to all your reviews, which looks like you're doing as well, at least on some of them. Make sure you're responding to all of them if possible. And the last thing that really helps companies out is what we call citations. Now, a citation is going to be your company's information placed different places across the web, and that's your NAP. So your name, address, and phone number, exactly as we see it on your Google Business Profile. And that information is going to be placed across different directories. And the more of those, typically, since Google's a popularity contest that you have, the better. Okay. Now, kind of going back to this roofing in Rockford. Rockford's definitely going to have more of a amount or search volume compared to Belvedere. So this is the area that you would truly want to be able to try and rank for, let alone, any of the outlying areas as well. This is just the area that I would want to target. So if we go ahead and take a look here, it looks like Eldridge is going to be your top competitor when it comes to ranking their website. And why I say that is because since you can't rank your actual Google business profile for Rockford, you want to be able to rank your website instead. And that's where a website really comes in handy. Because I looked on your website, it looks like you're servicing most of Chicago and Wisconsin. So you could target any of these, outlying areas that you would may want to, Madison or Appleton, or maybe down in Springfield. Even in Chicago, you could try and use your website to rank in those areas as well. Okay, so if we come back over to your website here, overall, main thing that I'm looking at a website right off the bat is going to be a couple things. So first off, is it secure? Yes. Is there anything that's going to make it lag or things of that nature, make it slow? I'm not seeing any of that so far. Now, other main thing, and this is really the king of ranking a website, is going to be the actual content that's on it. And a homepage is huge. So typically, Google wants to see 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on your homepage, but really that's going to come down to more of the area, the service, and really what is your top competitor doing, okay? Other things that really help your website perform are these buttons here that are what we would consider to be call to actions. So get somebody to do something on your website to get them to reach out to you, right? So not just having your website laid out, but also laid out so then it funnels them to the final page that you want them to go to, which is them filling out some type of form, or for them to contact you, right? The contact us page. So that's what these call to action buttons do. Funnel the customer down to the page that you want them to, so that they do end up reaching out to you, right? Now, if we look at the amount of content you have here, so it looks like you have KANGA ROOF and EcoHome Expert, which is more the solar side, and then the roofing side on the left here. Now, looks like you probably have maybe 150 words of content at the most. Now, if we come back over to Eldridge's website here, we can just look at a few things. Even right off the bat here, you can see roofing company, Rockford, Illinois, right? And this is in their header too. When you can have keywords like this within your header, it's going to more easily tell Google, this is what I'm trying to rank for. Now, also in this case, we know Google's already ranking them high, right? They're the first position, so they're got to be doing something right. So this is where you really come into the top competitor's website, especially on the page that they're ranking for, and dive into it a little bit. Now, with their content, we can see they don't really have a huge amount either, but see this nice call to action down here at the bottom. They even have a little coupon going on. It looks like a couple of reviews they're showing, but really the three main sections of content aren't very huge either. So they're probably right around that 150 mark as well. Now, sometimes also it depends on how many keywords you're saturating into your content too. That can make a big difference as well. So you want to make sure you basically have one main keyword per page and other supporting keywords around it. So you don't want to oversaturate or undersaturate your content either. That can definitely throw red flags for Google. Okay. Now, moving on, I like to use this paid program called Eris. It gives me this great dashboard of numbers here. These first two that we're seeing are strength and trust ratings that Google is giving your website. Okay. Now, they're rated out of 100, but truly, once you hit a benchmark of 30 and above for each of these, you're going to be considered a pretty powerful website at that point. Now, you build the strength and trust out through these backlinks that are coming from these referring domains. Okay. Now, backlink is any clickable text linking one website to another, and those are all held within these different referring domains. Now, when you build these out, you look like you've built out a lot of strength and trust with your UR, which is going to be your home page. In this instance, whatever page I am landing on here. So your home page has a decent amount of trust that we can see. The rest of the website is kind of lacking when it comes to that. So make sure you're building out high quality backlinks to these authoritative referring domains. And by authoritative, I mean they already have high strength and trust within Google. So once you do acquire a backlink from them, it's definitely going to help out your ratings in return. You're indexing for just under 100 keywords, which isn't too bad, bringing you just over 15 traffic per month. Now, if we come into your keywords real quick, we can actually see where you're going to be getting a lot of your traffic from. So KANGA ROOF, Kangaroo Roofing, Eco Home. See, we can see we're not getting any traffic from what we would consider to be these nice buyer intent keywords. Like, I don't know if you guys do insulation, but insulation contractors, Rockford, solar panels, Rockford, roofing contractors, Rockford, right? That gets 300 searches per month, but you're well on that fourth page of Google, so you're not going to get any eyes there, right? Now, if we come over to Eldridge, we can tell right off the bat, even their strength and trust is quite a bit lower, especially on the URs than yours. So they got to be doing something different here that's making them being able to rank. Okay, they even have a few more backlinks than you. They're ranking for a little bit less keywords, right around 85 as we're seeing, but they're bringing in 500 traffic. Okay, and if we look at the keywords again here, we do see they're getting 100 plus traffic from Eldridge Roofing. So obviously you do want to be able to rank for your company name. Now, I don't know if there's more Eldridge Roofings out there across the United States, so this may not, get them traffic that would be within their area. But we can see basically 10 to 12 keywords right down below is all having to do with roofing and Rockford, right? These are all these buyer intent keywords, people searching, right? So there's going to be close to probably 2,500 search volume per month for all those, and they're on the first page of every single one of those keywords. So they're bringing in tons of traffic from that, right? And what's a nice or industry standard for a buyer intent keyword like this is the exact same one I typed into Google: roofing, Rockford, Illinois. 300 search volume per month. They're getting a third of that because they're position 2. Really, we saw position 1. Okay. Now, Knowing that industry standard is about 30% of the traffic coming from a buyer intent keyword like this will end up turning into a lead for you. So whether they're going to reach out, through one of those, what would be these little boxes that you got to fill out and send in a little request form, or whether they're calling you over the phone, so they're getting probably 50 leads a month, probably on average, just from being able to rank for a lot of these Rockford roofing keywords in this first position. So that's definitely what you want to be able to achieve here. Not only that, but for any other area that you so desire to actually rank for. And that can all be done through your website. So if you have any further questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you guys any way I can. Other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.